And we are live. Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing fantastic as always. Today we're back with, of course, another flash flight, and it's going to be a relatively chaotic one, I think. Now that I think about it, we should have done this the opposite way around. Ibiza to Barcelona, because there's, you know, plenty more parking spaces here. So, sorry Ibiza, and, you know, very big sorry to the controllers at Ibiza, because this is going to be nothing but organised chaos. But let's say some hello to those of you who are tuning in right now. Aviation X, JWB, Carlos, Lanes Aviation, Swavey, who asked if we got in here. Haddy, good to see you. Southwest 2115. David 009, Anshul, what's going on? Welcome. Aviation 25, Linda White, Aviator Booney, Jinko. I won't say it too many hellos because we will, of course, as always, be here forever. But welcome to another stream. Nice chill vibes today. We're, of course, flying the Ryanair 737. It should be fun. I flew on one the other day to Paphos, and I don't even need to tell you how the flight went. I think you just know. It was, the landing was something I won't forget. Anyway, no, let's have some fun today. I won't sit here for too long and waffle. The aircraft's pretty much already set up and ready to go. Weight and balance is already done. The flight plan's already done. One thing I will say, I'm not quite sure if the ATIS has changed, but we'll listen to the ATIS in just a moment. But we'll be taking off, well, myself will be taking off from runway 25 right today. That's special clearance from IFATC to get out of here nice and quickly so that we can, of course, enjoy the flight and the stream, especially for those who aren't actually participating in the flight itself today. So please ensure you listen to ATIS and the controllers and taxi out to the correct runway, and please do not follow me unless the ATIS now says otherwise. Any A380 work in progress shots today? Not today, but of course, to make up for the no whip shots, we'll of course do a month sub giveaway. Anyway, I don't want to sit here for too long. I would like to push back and get out of here as soon as possible because I'm very busy. I've got some last-minute Flight Sim Expo preparation to do as well, which is just around the corner. We would love to see you there. Of course, if you are coming to Flight Sim Expo, definitely say hello. Come stop by at the booth, give us a wave and say hello. Just before we do go too far, though, yes, Swavey, I just said there's a giveaway. Just before we go too far, how's the audio? First and foremost, can you hear the music? Can you not hear the music? Can you hear me okay? Is it crisp and clear? Please let me know. Dan, what is the changed background? Are you moved? Yes. For those of you who don't know, that was actually quite an exciting thing recently. Perfect audio, lovely. Which airlines are you flying into Houston with, Tyler? I am flying with British Airways on Thursday from London Heathrow. Should be fun. I want a 777-300ER in premium. Should be pretty cool. We'll post about that on Instagram. Anyway, yeah, new location. For those of you who are like, where's the backdrop gone? Where's the plane window? Where's the 747 window? Where's the sticker on the wall? I've relocated. Me and Liv have taken a step and we've actually moved out. We've now got our own apartment. So that's why things have changed. It looks a little bit different. But what's nice is I don't have any lights on right now. This is natural lighting through the window. So what more could you ask for? Save an electric with Dan. Anyway, let's quickly tune into the 𝗖𝗛𝗧, see what's going on over there. I can't imagine it'll be anything too different to what it was the last 50 million times that I listened to it. I can hear you clearly, Dan. Awesome audio is great. Lovely. What airport are you at? Man like Rudy. We're at Barcelona. We're at Barcelona right now. We're heading south towards Ibiza. Premium Infinite Flight must be good. Yeah, no, to be fair, there was a really good deal with Premium with BA. It's usually quite expensive. But there was actually a really sweet deal where Premium was only £150 more than economy. Don't ask how. And that was the return as well. So for £150 more, I managed to bag myself Premium. So there we go. And of course that gained me quite a few Avios points. You know, the bits that help you out to get nice seats eventually. Let's see. Will you climb to flight level 190, climbing to 170? Yes, actually, I forgot to mention that. Flights, they should take around 40 minutes at the very most. I think it's going to be significantly less than that. We'll find out, of course, once we're airborne. But yeah, around the 40 minutes at the very most. That's what the real-world flight takes. And we'll be rocketing up to flight level 190 today, 19,000 feet. Full send, full rocket status. We'll really go for it. Head straight away south, essentially, across the Balearic Sea and towards Ibiza. Anyway, let's see. 𝗖𝗛𝗧. Okay, yeah, it hasn't changed. Cool. Information, Bravo. Okay, so over to ground, request push, not taxi, pushback, specific runway 25 right today. And let's see. Let's go ahead and attach the jet bridge really quickly. We'll take a look at the outside of the aircraft. Here we are. We need to go ahead and attach the lovely tug. And we're essentially ready for pushback now. What we'll do is go ahead and throw our beacon lights on to get rid of those cones so that we're ready for a prompt pushback. Cows in Premium 2, yes. That was a fresh haircut, yeah. Yeah, so I actually drove, this sounds silly, I drove 2 hours and 30 minutes to get a haircut today. I have good loyalties to my barber. So I went back to, because we moved from, if you didn't know, we used to live in Kent. Liv and I used to live in a place called Kings Hill. Pretty nice place. It's like it used to be a World War II airfield. And we moved from there down to Bournemouth, which is a lovely area. We're loving it so far. And my loyalties to the barber, and I had to go get my suitcase anyway from the old home. I did drive 2 hours and 30 minutes to get a fresh trim for Flight Sim Expo. But that's a different story and a waste of fuel. Let's see then. Pushback approved right now. Lovely stuff. Let's go ahead and turn those parking brakes off and hit that push button and begin our pushback. We'll do a little bit of a lengthy pushback so that we don't have to taxi out this way, up this bit of the taxiway. We'll push back sort of out into that direction. I'm trying to do with the camera there, if that makes any sense. fire up the engines as we push, lower them flaps, and get out of here ASAP. Good god damn, that's a good one. Note to life: never cheat on your barber. No, never do that. In my neck of the woods, Dan. Where in Bournemouth are you? What do you mean? In the neck of the woods? What? Specifically Christchurch. That sort of area. I won't, of course, tell you exactly where. But near the New Forest. Pretty nice place. Pretty nice place. Flight level 190, yes. Yeah, flight level 190. Giveaway today, yes, of course. We'll do a 1-month sub giveaway. We won't do what we did last time in the previous stream where we added a sub to each time it was passed on. We'll just do a standard month sub today just to make things nice and easy. Anyway, let's fire up engine 1, sorry, as we push back. We'll see if we can push back onto the line. Looks like we've done exactly that. Very nice pushback, and I'll just continue until we can make a good right-hand turn here, so we don't turn too tight. Dan, do you work at any airport? I don't. I don't work at any airports. I used to work at London Gatwick. Great fun. If you ever get the opportunity to work on the ramp as a ramp agent, or anything, you know, even just any jobs that go in the airport, give or take, are generally really good. The pay might not be the best, but the general environment, being around planes, if that's what you like, it's great fun. It's great fun. Gonzo gifted 10 Infinite Flight memberships. Love to see it. Gonzo, well, thank you so much on behalf of all of the people you just gifted the membership to. That's like the 5th time you've done that, no? Something like that? Right, let's detach the tug. We'll use flaps 5 departure today. Trim can go to 20, and we'll fire up engine 2 as we taxi. So, request taxi. On a specific runway today, 25 right. Of course, listen to the ATIS. Please do not follow me. Taxi 225 left. Second time I got a membership, said Southwest 2115. Nice, good stuff. Travel the Caribbean 2009 said, "Hi Dan, love Infinite Flight, best mobile flight sim." Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Glad to have you here. Oh, there we go. So we got some progressive taxi instructions here. What we'll do, we'll go ahead and follow those on the map. You can see them on the mini-map here. Let's see. I love this. Such a brilliant feature. Let's have a look. Okay. Around to the right. What airport, Jack? This is... Oh, let's make our right-hand turn. Barcelona. This is Barcelona. Dan, you are slow today. Last flash flight, you passed in 15 minutes today. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it really depends what sort of mood I'm in. Yeah, sometimes I like to get out of the airport as soon as possible. The reason why we were extra fast in the previous stream was because, of course, it was the debrief stream with Laura, Cam, and 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏, or Matt, you call him. And so, of course, we knew that was going to be a really busy one. So rather than being on the ground for too long, in my head, I was like, right, I need to get out of here as soon as possible before things start to get very delayed. I had Laura on a tight schedule. Cam and Matt weren't really on a tight schedule, but we don't want the boss to go. We wanted the boss to be on the entire stream. So I tried to get out of there as quick as possible to make the stream essentially as short as it could possibly be so that we could all stay there for the entire duration. But right now, I have no time restrictions, really, other than trying to get out of here as soon as possible so that I can prepare for Flight Sim Expo. So in an ideal world, it would be nice to get out of here nice and fast, but not overly fast because it's just me hosting this stream today, so I'm not holding back any guests. Let's see. How much time will we wait until the A380 is released? Will it be more than 2 months? Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say yes, it probably will be from now, probably more than 2 months. You've seen the current... well, actually, to be fair, the whip shot that we shared was from a little while ago. It's making really good progress. I won't share too much, of course, on that A380. But, of course, the next 2 months, especially for us as a company, we're really, really busy. And that's because we're, of course... Hold on, I need to cross runway 02. Yeah, we're really busy. We have a really busy summer, of course. It's show season. It's showtime. This Thursday, we're all flying out to Texas to do Flight Sim Expo. So that's going to be precious time that we're, of course, spending on networking, showing people at Flight Sim Expo Infinite Flight. And the same goes for 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗕𝗥𝗦𝗛𝗡𝗟. That's a very busy time as well. And between those two events, the developers will, of course, be working on the updates and features as quickly as they possibly can. But with that in mind, the summit is very busy. There's not much else I can say other than that. As much as we'd love to release features super fast. Of course, the previous update was quite lengthy, and that's because if you tuned into the previous stream, we did run into quite a few issues. There were very many bugs. There were things going wrong all over the place, and there were lots of things that the devs, of course, needed to also tidy up as well in preparation for the recent update. So that's why the recent one took quite a bit of time to be released. But with that said, with the summer in mind, just keep the official events in mind as well. Our goal is to, of course, ramp up the amount of updates that we release to you. We'd like to speed them up again and get them to you as quick as possible. That's of our best interest, so don't worry about that. We're working as hard as we possibly can. So rest assured, we're on it, hot on it. When about we do the giveaway? We'll probably do that when we land. To be honest with you, it's a very quick flight. It's more or less going to be one of those flights where we are up, and then as soon as we hit cruise, it's time to come down again. So there won't be an awful lot of time to do it once we're in the air. Give or take, of course. I'm going to be answering as many questions as I possibly can as well once we're out. Jason showed a whip shot of the A380. He did. When are we getting the Virgin Atlantic A330neo? I can't say soon, hopefully. Soon. I'm looking forward to that one myself as well, of course, because Virgin live flies for them and whatever, so it's kind of cool to have it. I haven't flown on one in real life, though I really want to. I might try to hop on the Tampa at some point soon so I can try the 330neo out. With that said, we are now at the holding point of 25 right here. Let's just go over to tower, request departure from 25 right, departing south sends. Discord message, come on. Yeah. I guess you're going to be there. Okay, there we go. Right, we're clear for takeoff. Let's line up on the runway. Strobes, beacons, APU can be turned off now. How long have you been in Bournemouth, Dan? I live in Parkston, between Paul and Bournemouth. Only just over a month now, properly. We acquired the property back in April. But the moving process, especially with this being mine and Liv's first time moving out and getting a place together, it was quite busy, it was quite difficult, and quite time consuming. So yeah, we officially properly moved into this apartment just over a month ago now. Right, here we go then. Let's line up. We'll take off in the cockpit view today, of course. Anshul's lining up on 25 left. Let's see it there. Just heard it on frequency and saw it at the top of the screen. Let's calibrate for the final time. Always very, very important. Winds are actually relatively calm, 3 knots. Let's spool up those engines and make our way to Ibiza. Should be airborne in no time. Here we go. There's 100 knots. 110. 120. 130. 140. Slight bit of back pressure here. Beautiful takeoff. Gears coming up. I'm going to turn the LNAV on now. Let it do its thing. We're already on course anyway, so we'll just let the plane fly itself, essentially. Let's bring that throttle back a little bit. Pitch down, let the speed increase, and let the autopilot do all of the work. There we go. That was really nice. I'm actually impressed. That wasn't a bad departure. Just looking back on Barcelona here. It's a pretty nice airport. I'll have a look at the chat in just a moment here. Make sure we don't crash into any other aircraft that are departing from, of course, 25 left, because we're turning essentially onto the same course as them. Over to Barcelona Centre on 127.00. Send and switch. Check in IFR. Lower the nose a little bit more, 2,500 feet per minute. Let that speed increase. Bring the flaps up shortly when we hit around 200 knots. Here we go. There's our left turn. We've nearly hit 200 knots. Increase the throttle, 85% N1. Flaps are coming up. Anshul has just rotated down there at 500 feet. And there we go. It's now time to absolutely go full send like a rocket here. Let's let the speed increase. We'll be cruising at around 290 knots. Of course, below 10,000 feet, we can't exceed 250. So we'll accelerate to 250 and then pitch for that speed. And then, of course, once we exceed 10,000, we'll fully increase our speed to our cruising speed. Very light today. Very, very light today. Flying very light. I think we have about 111 passengers. Very light on the cargo. Of course, it's I can imagine this is a relatively light flight in real life as well. Climbing at 3,100 feet per minute now. That's pretty nice. I'm impressed with that. Looking good. Aligned with our routes. Barcelona's looking very, very busy. Good luck to those of you taking off. Okay, lovely stuff. Right, now I can start to read the chat. So any questions that were asked previously, I probably won't see them. I probably would have missed them by now. But _Swavy has been a member for 2 months on First Officer. Is there going to be a 787 rework at all? Now, it would be pretty cool. Never say never. Of course, we won't confirm anything. We have our eyes set on the A380 at the moment, and we'll just leave it at that. And maybe some other things as well. We'll see. If ATC wants to give more people 2.5 right now that I'm airborne, that's entirely up to ATC. They'll of course have to change the ATIS or whatever and the recommended departure routes, because otherwise traffic will collide. There's 10,000 feet, increasing that speed to 290 knots. Climbing nice and fast. Only 9,000 feet to go, so not too bad. Climb at around 2,500 feet per minute. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Cruising altitude, Paddy, is 19,000 today. The A380 will be a pro plane. Will non-pro players get a plane back for it to replace the A380 JWB? I'm actually not too sure. We haven't really touched on this sort of stuff. I believe it is a pro aircraft, but of course a lot of this is still TBD to be confirmed, as development is still quite early on, and usually these sort of discussions happen towards the end when it's nearing release. So. I can imagine if we do another dev stream at some point in the future, Laura will be able to give you a clearer answer on that one. I mean, even myself, I mean, I don't know, because we haven't discussed this, so I can't actually give you an answer. Let's see. How can I get to grade 3 fast in infinite flight? Oh, let's just watch our speed here. I'm getting too carried away with the chat, like usual. Grade 3, relatively easy to get. Of course, the only issue with farming XP and hours or whatever is you have to reach a certain level of hours, and you have to maintain those hours. So first and foremost, I would say just go on the casual server or training server, whatever, and just do ultra long hauls. Just get those hours in, and of course you'll be gaining XP from doing that as well at the same time. Once you've reached those hours, I'd then recommend going to an airport that has parallel runways in a light aircraft, taking off, doing a 180, touch and go on the other runway, and repeating the process, and that way gets you quite a bit of XP. So it's a pretty quick way actually to climb the ranks. Of course, once you get to those ranks, 3, 4, and 5, especially 5, you have to maintain them. So, yeah. See then. If you could add or rework any aircraft besides the A380, what would you rework or add after 380 if you had the choice? I mean, obviously, this doesn't mean anything. I think if I had a choice, it would probably be the Neos. Something like that. When will there be a Concorde? Unfortunately, we aren't planning on adding the Concorde anytime soon, so please do not get your hopes up for that one. Time for chaos? Yes, Zach, yes, it's definitely time for chaos. It's definitely time for chaos. I feel very sorry for those of you who are controlling Ibiza, and of course the arrival is going to be a pretty chaotic one. Very, very. I think it's going to be one of those flights, one of those flash flights where when we arrive, there's still people on the ground waiting to depart for the flight. AJ's Aviation Show, what's up? Not Cabinet said 767 or A340. I think I would like to see the 767 over the 340. Only because we have the 330, which has... I mean, it's very similar to the 340, of course, besides the fact that the 340 has 4 engines. That's like one of the only main differences, really. So, yeah, 767 has my vote between those two.
Proceed on course. Ryanair 28.
On the market for a new device, any recommendations? I would say go for the latest and greatest Apple product. Honestly, premium products. Well, I've always found them to be anyway. And this device that I'm streaming with right now, the iPad that you're watching the gameplay through, it's a 2018 iPad Pro, and it's still holding up. It's an absolute workhorse. Ever since I've started streaming and way beyond Infinite Flight, like on my personal channel, it's absolutely plowed through it. They do a great job. So yeah, I'd recommend probably an iPad Pro, to be honest with you. They're very good. They're all very, very good. Full sorry by Beaver, yeah, same. Dan, remember the flash flight to Qatar not too long ago? The approach? Yes, I do. That was kind of crazy, actually. It was all over the place. I think approach went offline, and everyone sort of went a bit wild. Let's have a look. We don't want VNAV right now. I want to stay at one. Have I entered the... I think I've missed an altitude here on start. Let's have a look. Yes, I have. Let's just go ahead. And do this. There we go. 48 nautical miles until we begin our descent. That's about 7 minutes from now. Fuel's in amber. Should be fine though. We've got 59 minutes of fuel. It's around a 40-minute flight in total. We've been airborne now for 9 minutes, and it's saying we have 25 left. So we have plenty of fuel left on board. Safe flight, Dan. I'm streaming this on my channel too. Oh, awesome. Nice. Have fun. Let's see. Just realised you're flying premium on the way back on the Whale. That's going to be an awesome experience. No, Anshul. No. Okay, so I'm coming back from Oshkosh on the 380 again. Coming back from Texas on a 787-10. So it'll still be pretty nice. It's still a relatively new aircraft. Not as nice as the 380, of course. I'm not a fan. To be completely honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of the Dreamliner. When Liv took me to LA the other day, it was cool. Like, flying out there was amazing because it was upper class. But the windows, and I'm a window person, the windows really irritated me. Really irritated me. I thought obviously the design's cool. It's dimmable. That's a pretty neat feature. But they really frustrated me. I kid you not. When we was on arrival into London Heathrow, the seatbelt signs come on. The windows should be sort of being undimmed at this point, right? They should be clearing up. And they weren't locked at this point, so I was trying to demist my window, or whatever you'd call it, right? And I was pressing this button, and it was getting lighter. I was like, brilliant, I could start seeing out the window, and I'd be pressing it, I'd let go, and then it would go dark again. And I was genuinely fighting this window, I'm not kidding, for probably around 25 minutes, because I just wanted to see out the window. It was annoying. I just don't know. The 787, I don't know. Yeah, it's not my favourite plane. And it's not just the windows either. It's not the best looking aircraft. The wing flex is pretty cool. The nose is a little bit ugly, let's face it. But yeah, no, I don't know. The 787 isn't really up there on my list of favourite aircraft. Dan, do you ever get bored of long hauls in infinite flight or real life? Yeah, to be fair, no. The thing is, if you're referring to infinite flight, no, because I fall asleep or I go out when I'm doing a long haul, so it's fine. I just do other productive things. But long hauls in real life as well. Just generally, if I'm flying, I'm happy. It could be, you know, a flight from London to Sydney. I wouldn't care. It's fun. I just like flying. Okay, it can be maybe a little bit difficult. I guess it depends, like, where you're sitting or, you know, certain circumstances. But generally speaking, I just like flying, and I'd be more than happy to do one of the longest flights in the world, and I wouldn't have an issue with it. But the most important thing, when you do long hauls, make sure you stand up. I've seen so many people on these long haul flights that just sit down the entire flight. It's not good. You get DVT, it can be really bad, you can get blood clots, it can go straight to your heart, and bad things can happen. So one of the most important things when you do long hauls is just stand up, wiggle your feet, go for a walk to the galley and back. Stretch your legs. Why wouldn't you want to stretch your legs anyway? It's one of the only reasons why you should avoid flying the 787. Even though most airlines have informed the crews not to control the windows to dim it, they still end up dimming it. They do. The crew, of course, have full control over the windows. And don't get me wrong, on the 787, the window blinds, they work amazingly. Like, when you want to sleep and you want to block out that light, they do a really, really good job at it. It just looks like it's pitch black. The cabin goes super, super dark. But when you want to... the thing that frustrated me is that it was a day flight and I wanted to see out the window. It wasn't like it was a night flight or like an evening flight and the window should have been dimmed because people were going to sleep or whatever. It was just genuinely a day flight and I wanted to see out the window and I physically couldn't open the window. It was just frustrating. Let's see. Descent in 3 minutes. Request descent soon.
Requesting descent via court November 4th arrival.
Zach Cruise 5 minutes after takeoff. I'm not surprised. Really, really light. Very, very short route. Absolute rocket status. Airbus is starting to put the dimming windows on the A350. I know, I heard about that as well. That's frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the dimmable windows. They work well. That's the only positive I see out of it is when you do want to sleep. But no, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Do you realistically see another private jet coming? For example, Global 7500? I'm not too sure. Maybe, and hopefully. Private jets are really cool, and I love the addition of the Challenger 350. I think it's great, and the ability to fly custom routes all around the world is great. You know, you can let your creativity spiral out of control and fly wherever you want. So, hopefully, it's not confirmed, so I can't say yes, I can't say no. But it would be cool. Which airline are we flying? We are flying the one and only Ryanair. It's alright. There's Mallorca down to our left. Pretty nice view actually from up here. Should begin our descent very, very soon. Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you back here.
Proceed on course. Speedbird 82.
The thing is, not everyone can sleep on long hauls, on a long haul flight, so it's unfair for the passengers who want to look out the window when they have theirs dim. Yeah, Merca Aviation, I get it. I get it to a certain extent. There's always that one, but like I get it. But there's always that one person where people are trying to sleep, and this is the only positive again about the 787 windows. There's always, you know, everyone trying to sleep, and there's that one person with manual window blinds who just leaves theirs open, leaves them open, and it just like illuminates the cabin. That definitely wasn't me out to Chicago last year. This is the thing. I love the airplane window, and I was just staring. It's my first time on a 380, and I was staring out the window. It was brilliant. I was just, you know, was actually racing. I can't remember which aircraft it was, but we were racing an aircraft over the Atlantic, and I was just staring out the window for ages. Completely, you know, was oblivious to the fact that the entire cabin was trying to sleep. And I looked around and then realised the entire cabin was dark, and I was that person. I was just that one person. And then I felt really bad. And then I thought, you know what, there's nothing too much to see outside anyway, so I closed it and ended up sort of getting a little nap in anyway. But yeah, there's pros and cons. There's definitely pros and cons. Gonzo, member now for 19 months and super fan. That's awesome. Same with Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo. Flying at 5 a.m. Hold on a minute. That makes no sense. Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo says they're flying at 5 a.m. tonight. Easy 8234 roads to London Gatwick. That's cool though. Enjoy the flight. Road's stunning place. I hope you've had a good time there. EasyJet are also pretty nice. Not too bad at all. Have fun. Oh. There we go. ATCL one step ahead of the game. I was too distracted then. We're descending via the Tolls 5 November arrival. BNAV doing its work. I wonder if we'll receive vectors. Not quite sure. It's looking relatively busy at Ibiza at the moment as well, so we'll see. Dan, what's the longest flight you've ever done in infinite flight? It was actually not too long ago. I think it was Auckland. Yeah, it was Auckland, all the way, like the long way around the world, all the way to Mumbai. It was originally supposed to be like Mallorca or something, which was relatively long in itself. And then when I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh, I have a lot of fuel left. Let's just see how far we can go. And I said it to Dubai. I was like, okay, we should make it to Dubai. Got to Dubai and I was like, no, we can still definitely make it a little bit further. So I tried to set it to the Maldives. Couldn't quite make it to the Maldives. So of course the next closest option or furthest option that we could possibly get to was Mumbai, and that was a long one. That was a really long one. I landed, refueled, then flew all the way from there to Brussels, I believe. And in total, I think that was a 36-hour session. Maybe a bit excessive, but. Well, Dan, it's basically tonight, for me at least. I'm going to get no sleep. Yeah, you probably won't. Just try to nap on the flight. I know it's a little bit difficult on these economy flights, but there we go. My man went on a circumnavigation tour. Yeah. Yeah. Did I have one question? Why? I don't know. Sheer boredom. Liv was probably somewhere around the other side of the world, so I had nothing to do. Yeah, just boredom probably. Just too much spare time on my hands. Too much spare time. Have you watched Game of Thrones? I haven't. Luca is off to the gym. Because you didn't do that with Liv at home, no. If I was to do a super long haul with Liv at home, she'd get annoyed. She'd be like, get off the iPad. But you do it for work. You do it enough. No, she wouldn't.
November 5th arrival. Ryanair 28.
India Foxtrot November Juliet Delta.
Will you ever stream scenery editing again anytime soon? Probably not. It's not on the radar at the moment, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏.
Descending via tolls the 5th of November arrival.
Okay, there's 14,000 feet. I'm going to just keep a close eye on the... I'll try to answer, of course, questions in the chat as well. But I'm going to keep a close eye on the flight itself because I do not want to get any speeding violation. I want to make sure I slow down to 250 before 10,000 and then, of course, fly the approach perfectly into 𝗖𝗛𝗑. 𝗖𝗛𝗑. Dan, the new 3D shot of the A380 is crazy. It is indeed. It's looking like grass with its Dyson engines. It's coming along nicely, honestly, it really is. And that whip shot that we shared on social media, that you've all seen, pretty sure all of you have seen it anyway, was actually from a little while ago. So if that doesn't tell you that it's making quick progress, or that it's advancing right now as we speak, then I don't know what does. Have you ever experienced there you go, do not exceed 240 knots. Have you ever experienced a hard landing in real life? Yes, I've had three relatively hard landings. I mean, I think the thing is, people are going to think I say this because it's Ryanair, it's what they've known for, whatever. I'm not just saying this because of all the memes. I'm just generally speaking here. My first hardest landing was Ryanair into Stansted. My second hardest landing was Norwegian into London Gatwick. That was quite a hard one, actually. And then my third hardest landing was into Paphos the other day. That shot is from April, right? Yes, it is. We need a present-day rendering of the A380. I guess you have to keep your eyes peeled on our social media and, of course, Discord. Most importantly, Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord server, be sure to join. You have to have an active Pro subscription to gain access to the entire server, but you will not regret it. Some pretty cool stuff over there. It's a very busy server, and it's great fun to be a part of. Exclusive work in progress shots, big thing. You love to see it, and we share extra shots on there as well every now and then. So that's one of the positives when you become a Discord member. I want to slow down a bit, Dan. I am indeed. I'm at 240 knots now, Gonzo. Okay, thank you, good day. I think we're going over to approach now, maybe. Yeah, over to Palmer Control on 134.82. Catch. Thank you very much. Send and switch. And we shall request approach. 𝗖𝗛𝗑 2-4 on the ILS. Giveaway, yeah. We'll do a giveaway when we're down and parked.
Palmer Control, swoop 910, with you of 9,000.
There we go. Continuous fired. Expect the ILS approach 2-4 at 𝗖𝗛𝗑. Cool. So let's acknowledge that. Roger. Dan, do you sell photo? What do you mean, do I sell photo? Oh, you mean work in progress shots? I mean, how much are you willing to pay? You see, a different angle of the A380 is currently up for 1 million. So here's my PayPal. If you really want it, just send me a message, you know. Is this Iberia? This isn't. No, this is Ryanair. Ryanair today. Going to be some tight squeeze landings, all right. Yeah, it's going to be a relatively packed airport. We might have to park at a remote stand, most likely, and most conveniently as well. We'll see. Ryanair use steps anyway. One thing I would like to say to all of you who are currently flying this flash flight, currently flying or heading towards 𝗖𝗛𝗑 from a different route, maybe. Expect delays. That's probably, I mean, there might not be delays, but I would just say just keep it at the front of your mind that there could possibly be delays due to the sheer volume of traffic that's heading directly towards this tiny airport. Okay, just going to maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 7,000.
Not too far off. Got to turn the landing lights off, but they're on anyway. It's fine.
Cleared Isles runway 24. India Foxtrot Sierra Juliet Oscar.
𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏𝗏. 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏𝗏.
Barcelona Center on 127.0. United 00.
𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏𝗏 is hoping that the A380 rework includes both new and old Emirates liveries. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The thing is with the 380, there aren't very many operators. So I won't say too much, but there might be a little bit of wiggle room to potentially add a couple of extra liveries of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, swiftly moving on. Let's see. Do not exceed 220 knots. Slowing down. 5 miles away from swoop. 910 just ahead of us.
Do not exceed 220 knots. Ryanair 227.
There's 220. Is the Airbus A380 getting a live cockpit? I think that's just common sense at this point. I think you can answer that one yourself.
November 897 Romeo Papa. Contact Barcelona Center on 127.0.
Turn left.
Love to answer, non-answer, Dan.
Air Nostrum 430.
You're welcome.
Contact Barcelona Center on 127.0. Emirates 1855 Heavy. Contacting Barcelona
JetBlue
Center on
A380.
127.0.
Yeah, Ryanair A380 will be coming.
Condor 5 Papa Juliet. Turn left heading 230. Maintain 6000.
Let's see. Is it Gonzo ahead of us? Is it Gonzo? Yeah, Gonzo's ahead of us.
Romeo Delta November.
Ah, yes. 5 miles ahead to 0 ground. We're going the same speed, so we should be okay. It looks like we have an F-18 ripping some holes in the sky over here.
Maintain 4000 until established on the local.
Random Ryan 57, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So you have new shots of the A380. Oh, well, yeah, maybe not. Of course, keep your eyes peeled on social media for more work in progress shots. And maybe future streams as well. Not anytime soon, though, of course. Show season. It's going to be very busy. We'll try to stream like we did at Oshkosh from Flight Sim Expo, and we'll also try and stream from Oshkosh again. We'll try and do some sort of booth setup. Of course, if you would like to tag along virtually at Flight Sim Expo, then of course drop us a follow on Instagram and head over there, and you'll be able to keep up to speed with all of the stuff that's going on over there, especially if we end up showing some secret features or something. We'll see. I wouldn't say too much. Maybe I'm saying too much. I don't know.
Air Nostrum 430. Turn left heading 210. Maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 24.
Hey Dan, you might or might not yet know, but is there going to be a community-made livery for the A380 like there was for the E175 and Challenger 350? Zach, I don't have an answer for that one right now, unfortunately. Of course, one of them things it will be decided at a later date when we get there. Is the hand cam still not here? Can we expect us to ever see it again? Would love to see it. There was a few issues a little while back with our API, which made a couple of issues with the overlay in general. If you remember the old overlay, we had the stats at the top and bottom of the screen, the flight progress bar or whatever, and included onto that overlay was the hand cam. It was freezing. It was just a little bit it wasn't very smooth. It was kind of annoying, and of course, we wanted everything to be perfect. So for the foreseeable time being, we removed it. Hopefully, and we're very hopeful to bring back that flight progress bar with the little aeroplane in the bottom of the iPad screen that sort of travelled across the screen. That's not the only thing that you'll, of course, notice, though. We are also working on some new stream overlays, a brand new refresh, which is 90% done. We're actually waiting for some API stuff, and we're waiting for that flight progress bar. Once that's ready, we should be able to rock and roll with the new overlays, which looks really, really nice. You'll see, though, in a future stream.
Descendant maintain 4000. Fraction 44 Delta Charlie. Turn right heading 140.
What's this? Let's maintain 4,000 feet. Apologies, ATC, if you sent that message a little while back. I didn't hear. Let's descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Maintain 180 knots knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Ryanair 227.
Swoop 910.
In the next one? No, not the next stream. But yeah, hopeful to use the new overlay
Turn left heading 240.
very, very
Swoop
soon. It's pretty nice.
910.
Still needs some finishing touch. Like I say, it's 90% done. So, are you going to stream on Aviator Dan, Swavey? Not quite sure at the moment. I would love to. The thing is, the problem is timing. I am genuinely struggling for time for that channel, resources for that channel at the moment. I think more so with the fact that we just moved into a new place and we're still very busy with trying to sort things out or whatever. Of course, my number one priority is to, of course, keep you all engaged officially from, Infinite Flight. But yeah, I don't know. Just keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully, we can do another stream on my personal channel at some point in the future, or maybe a different type of content. Honestly, you see two of me. If I stream on my own channel and this channel, you see two of me. Things might get a little bit boring very, very quickly. So maybe we can switch the content on my own channel to maybe something like Real World Aviation, Trip Reports, something like that. Something I can invest into and switch up to make things more engaging over there. We'll see. Nothing's a promise. Who knows?
Descend and maintain 3000. Turn right heading 180. Golf Hotel Alpha Delta India. Swoop 910. Turn left heading 190.
Dan seems like he's trying to find excuses not to stream on Aviator Dan on Infinite Flight. I am not making excuses to not stream on Infinite Flight. Like I say, Infinite Flight is my number one priority. Absolutely pumping out these events at the moment and trying to stream them as and when I can, pending availability and timings. But yeah, like I say, Infinite Flight is my priority, as this is where you get the events officially. And then in my spare time, if I ever have the time, that's when I would focus on my own channel. But I really don't have the time. I just generally don't have the time for it. As cool as it was, I think the time's come and gone, to be honest with you, and I would love to switch up the content on my channel.
India Foxtrot November Juliet Delta. Turn right heading 240. Descend and maintain 7000.
Let's see.
Turn right heading
Where's Gonzo
240.
gone?
Ryanair 28.
Golf Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Do not exceed 200 knots.
Reduce the speed to 200. Sounds good. Dan, have you moved house? Yes. Me and Liv have moved out officially. Do you play Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? Occasionally, I'll go on there to mess around. Yeah. I will not lie. Give me your Aviator Dan channel, I'll keep it active for you. No, I would like to keep a close grip on my own channel in case anything happens over there, in case it does spark up again and we decide to do a different sort of content over there. So we'll see.
Turn right heading 150. Condor 5 Papa Juliet. Turn right heading 030. Descend and maintain.
What's this?
4000.
Turn right 150.
Mike Alpha Zulu Zulu India. Expect vectors for the
It's almost time to land.
Turn right heading 030. Descend and maintain 4000. Condor 5.
Dan, has there been any talks within a team about a premiere video on the A380 when it gets close to release? I mean, as you know, standard procedure, we usually do a pre-release stream. We obviously didn't do a pre-release stream for the Challenger 350. It was intended to do one, but we didn't get around to it. Of course, we done a debrief stream instead, which was pretty nice actually. It was quite different to usual. But I can imagine when the A380 is getting closer, there most likely will be some sort of video. I don't see why not. Maybe that's something I can work on in the future to share with you all. And of course, you can 100% expect a pre-release stream for that aircraft. There definitely will be one, 100%. That'll be a chaotic stream. Let's see then. Airport is just off to our right. Looks like we are... Oh wait, what's ATC saying? Apologies again, ATC. Got distracted by the chat. 210, just maintain 4,000, just maintain 4,000 to establish on the localizer. Let's go ahead and just set the ILS really quickly. We haven't overshot, luckily, which is fine. The autopilot's still doing its thing.
Left heading 150. Descend and maintain
2-4,
6,000.
set nav 1, time to
910.
focus. Time to slam, time to absolutely crater the runway, and do the worst landing we possibly can.
Comair 1202.
No, I'll try to do a,
Turn left
I'll try to
heading
do a relatively
190.
smooth landing.
Comair 1202.
Condor 5 Papa Juliet. Turn right heading 060. Welling 850.
I'll just turn on APPR for now.
Approach request.
Set the localizer, get on the glide slope, and then I'll turn the autopilot off.
Right heading 240. Descend and maintain 6000.
Turn right heading 060.
Gonzo is straight ahead, 9 miles ahead.
Papa Juliet.
Where are you?
Vueling
That's Hattie in front of me, no?
34 nautical
Unless
miles
you're-
west of Sunbonnet at 9,300 feet. Requesting ILS approach runway
I'm confused.
24 at Ibiza.
Fraction 44 Delta Charlie. Turn right heading 240.
Turn right heading 240.
We're doing Ryanair landings. Yeah.
Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie India.
Yeah, no, I'll try to land smoothly today. No promises. We'll see.
Right heading 210. Maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the local. Runway 24 approach.
Bifuro.
Turn right heading
Apologies for not getting around to your comments here. Hello, welcome to the stream.
240.
Don't feel left out.
910. Turn left heading 100. Descend and maintain 4000.
Dan, will you ever bring a 3D artist onto a stream? It's a really good question, and that would actually be really, really interesting. I guess we can have a discussion with them and see if we can bring one of them onto the stream at some point in the future. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe closer to the release of the A380, we can try and do that.
Alpha Victor Delta
That'll be fun.
November.
There we go. Over to 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟 on 118.50. Center switch. Calling inbound landing on the ILS 24. Landing ILS 24. Thank you very much, Approach. Really appreciate your efforts there on guiding us to the airport here.
Thank you. Golf Hotel Alpha Delta India.
Dan, will you ever live stream Infinite Flight on a real plane? Look, the thing is, that's virtually impossible because every single plane that I've been on has the worst Wi-Fi imaginable. Although it would be pretty fun. Maybe we can try and sort something out with Deer Crusher or Matt. We'll go into the Challenger 350. We'll take the Challenger for a spin and try and stream on a plane. Try and fly the Challenger on a Challenger, which would be a challenge. Yes. Right, it's time for me to concentrate. I'm going to go sterile cockpit now. I'm going to try and land this airplane nice and smooth.
Transavia 5690.
13 miles out.
Line up and wait runway 24.
We'll start slowing down then. Reduce our speed. Bring those flaps out.
Ryanair 227. When able, turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
JetBlue has good Wi-Fi. I wouldn't know. I've never tried JetBlue Wi-Fi.
Transavia 5690.
New tongue twister created by Dan.
Runway 24. Cleared for immediate.
Yeah, we'll slow down. We'll go to around 145 for now.
Alpha Victor Delta
Number 224 clear to land here. Help me out. Should we land full flaps? Do you like? I mean, I'm not a professional on the 70%. I don't fly often. Are you required to land with full flaps on every single landing? To be fair, it's a relatively short runway, so yeah, we'll land with full flaps. We'll come in nice and slow though, because we're really, really light, really light.
Ibiza Tower. Yankee
Yeah,
Sierra
full flaps
Charlie
always,
Alpha
yeah.
November.
I know on some
Ready for
aircraft you don't have to
departure
use
runway
full
24.
flaps,
Departing
but yeah, we'll
east.
use them anyway. No, it's mostly flaps 30. Okay, I think due to the fact that the runway is relatively short, we'll just we'll use full flaps today.
Alpha November Sierra. Inbound on the ILS runway 24.
Yankee Sierra Charlie Alpha November. Hold short
We've
on
got
runway
6 miles of the aircraft ahead. There's plenty of distance. They're going in at 126 knots. Hattie's quite slow at the moment. We're currently going 153. So we're going to close that gap ever so slightly. We'll start slowing down soon to our final approach speed, which will most likely be around, I would say, 132 knots, something like that.
Departure at runway
Indicated.
24. Departing east.
Transavia 5690. Contact Barcelona Center on 1.
What view should we land with? This one or the cockpit? Let me know. This one or this one? The HUD view or the cockpit? Let me know in the chat right now, very quickly, because we don't have very long left.
Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of votes for the cockpit, so we'll just stay in the cockpit then. Okay, yeah. We'll land in the cockpit view. 5 miles out. Gears coming down.
Running 3501. Wind 170 at 1.
Flaps full.
Runway 24. Cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway
132 knots.
3501.
Running 3501. Correction. Stand by.
Ibiza Tower. Air Nostrum
And
430.
let's very quickly
Ready for
calibrate.
departure in sequence at
Disengage the
runway
autopilot.
24. Departing ease.
It's time to do this.
501. Line up and wait runway 24. Golf Hotel Alpha Delta India. When able turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
Let's see if we can make it a smooth
Line up
one.
and wait runway
Wind
24.
right now,
Rolling
about 7 knot
3501.
headwind. Not
Ibiza
awful.
Tower. Condor 5 Papa Juliet. Inbound on the ILS runway 24.
Outside view. Outside view would be an absolute nightmare.
Welling 3501. Wind 170 at 15. Runway 24.
Slightly drifting off the centre line here.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 24. Cooling 3501.
I'm sorry. Golf Hotel Alpha Delta India.
Okay. Right, full concentration now.
1,000.
There's 1,000 feet.
Condor 149. Hold short of runway 24.
Holding short runway 24, Condor 149.
Air Nostrum 430.
Let's get them pappies back.
Short of runway 24.
A little bit low.
Holding short runway 24.
There we go.
Air Nostrum 430.
We'll of course watch the landing back in the replay as well. It's 500.
Condor 5 Papa Juliet.
Nice and steady.
Runway 24.
Winds are very nice and calm.
Number 3. Clear to land. Runway 24. Condor 5 Papa
200.
Juliet.
Aim for 50 feet above the threshold.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Yankee Sierra Charlie Alpha November. Line up and wait runway 24.
Oh, that was actually a really nice landing.
Sierra Charlie Alpha November.
That was actually, that wasn't too bad. I'm excited to watch that back actually.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha.
Okay, there we go. When able to turn right, contact ground. Please expedite traffic on final. Quick, let's vacate the runway nice and fast.
Delta, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
We'll quickly park up. 9 out of 10 landing. We'll watch that in the replay in just a moment. We'll watch the takeoff and the landing. There we go. Let's bring those flaps up. Trim can go to neutral. We'll press taxi to parking in just a moment. Turn those lights off. Get the APU fired up.
Runway 24. Yankee Sierra
APU, fire it up. Over to
Charlie
ground.
Alpha
Request taxi
Ibiza.
to parking.
ID for ground, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Hiya, Finland, what's up?
Ibiza ground.
Cone challenge. Yeah, actually, we need to do the cone challenge. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Approach a taxi with information
Let's see.
media.
I don't quite know where to park, to be honest. Taxi to parking at your discretion. Okay, right. Let's just go find a parking space. It would have been ideal to go right, to be honest with you, and park at one of those remotes over there, but
Taxi to runway 24. Contact tower when ready.
we'll see. Just go find another gate. Oh, Air France hop. E190 there. Nice little plane. It's a nice one to fly. I don't quite understand how the gates work here at Ibiza. Is it like London City? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I think I see. I think I see how it works here. Let me see. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to do the cone challenge because we're not on a straight line. I think it's something along the lines of taxi straight, turn right, point the nose diagonally towards the terminal baggage area, bring it to a stop. Oh, no. Come on. That was our luck. Now I can't see. See where that nose wheel is. Oh, there we go. There we go. We'll just leave it like that. That was actually pretty nice. Actually a really, really nice flight. Let's go ahead then and turn off the engines. And turn off the beacon light. And then go ahead and press the steps and the cargo. And a bit of ground power as well. Put the ground power on there. There we go then. Let's just very quickly have a look to see if there's anyone landing. Oh, it's Gonzo. No pressure, Gonzo. You're about to have 115 people watch you slam the aircraft onto the runway. Let's very quickly watch this landing. Very quickly. Also an aircraft lining up as well, so go around possibility. Who knows? We'll see. I'll just try and get the free cam out to Gonzo here. Oh wow, what just happened here? 𝗚𝗛𝗡𝗟𝗏, yeah, is back, gifting 50 memberships. Wow, thank you on behalf of all of those that you just gifted memberships to. That's incredible. 𝗚𝗛𝗡𝗟𝗏, welcome back. Absolute legend. Long time legend. It's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. That's like half of the viewers on the stream just got a membership. That's pretty neat.
Request taxi to parking.
Good stuff. Well, everyone, welcome aboard the channel as a channel member for the month that you have free now. Oh, as far as we can go with the free cam. Okay. Where are you going down, Zach? We're just watching Gonzo land here. No pressure at all. We'll see if it's looks like quite a slow approach. If I'm being completely honest, is he stalling it? I don't know. Just looks like I swear this airline is ceasing operations in October. No, why is there a swoop 737 at Ibiza? It looks like a very slow landing. The nose looks very high for a 737. We'll see though. Gonzo, you're a little bit slow. Let's see. He's going to swoop off the runway. Good one, Anshul. Good one. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know. Do you know what? Like, it wasn't bad. It was definitely quite a hard landing. It almost looked a little bit like APPR. Let's go back to the aircraft then. And let's very quickly get this giveaway rolling here. So all you have to do is be active in the chat. It's as simple as that. All you have to do is basically just say hello or anything you really want to say in the chat, and you'll automatically be entered into the giveaway. It's an active user giveaway. We'll roll it. We'll literally leave it rolling for 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and click the roll it button and see who Nightbot picks as the winner for today. But again, the prize will be a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Super easy to claim that. We'll get in touch with you on the forum or on Discord or Instagram, whatever works best for you. And we will add a subscription to your Infinite Flight account. If you don't have an account, don't worry, we can set it up. We can go ahead and give you a month for free anyway. So, pretty easy stuff. Oh, I just completely unscrewed my microphone for a second there. Let's see then. We'll leave it rolling for another 10 seconds. A little bit of a countdown. We've got 50 entries so far. It's plenty of time. We don't need any longer than 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner is 𝗚𝗛𝗡𝗟𝗏. Congratulations. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly, but congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. It's funny because the bot picks out the comments from the chat that the winner types, and they're typing hello, bonjour, fish, hello. Let's go. There we go. Okay, you've won the prize. Just very quickly, to the winner,
Taxiing to parking.
𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗃𝗍.
Swooping
I don't
110.
know. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Do you have an Infinite Flight community forum account? If you do, please type it in the chat, and then we can go ahead and contact you on the forum and give you that prize. If you don't have a forum account, alternatively, you can leave us your I don't know if Discord will work anymore, because Discord might work. Discord name or your Instagram name, where we can go ahead and DM you on there. But ideally, especially for us, a forum account would be great if you have one. Whilst we're waiting for that comment here, then we'll go ahead and back out very quickly, pause the stream. But let's just see actually how much XP we got from that flight. 592. Not too bad. We'll just very quickly, momentarily pause the stream, and I'll see you in just a moment in the replay mode. Hello again, welcome back. Let's see. 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗕𝗟, just very quickly, you don't have a forum. Okay, not a problem. Do you have let's just do Instagram. Do you have an Instagram account at all? Please let us know ASAP. You do? Okay, awesome stuff. 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗃𝗍, what's your full Instagram name? With the little @ symbol, please. Type the whole thing in the chat. Let's see the takeoff real quick. Oh, that was actually a really, really nice takeoff. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. That was pretty good. Okay, right. I've just taken a photo of your Instagram name there. Congratulations again on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Expect a message from the official Infinite Flight Instagram account. Not my personal account or anything like that. That's happened in the past. Or alternatively, shoot us a message now. The official Infinite Flight account on Instagram. Shoot us a message right now, and I will check the DMs after this stream for your username, and then we can just roll from there and sort out the prize for you. Right. Let's see then. Let's go to the landing and see how we did there.
Runway 25 left. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra.
Hopefully it was it. I mean, it seemed like a pretty good landing, so
Number 3.
we'll soon find out anyway.
Runway 24. Condor 5 Papa Juliet.
Here we go then. Oh, that wasn't bad. That actually really wasn't a bad landing. That's probably the best 737 landing I've done.
Yankee Sierra Charlie Alpha November. Line up and wait runway 24.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I'm impressed actually. I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm very happy. Let's just watch it from a different angle here.
Yankee Sierra Charlie Alpha November.
Flared perfectly just above the touchdown zone. There we go. Lovely landing. Right. Let's just watch it again, because why not? Let's watch it from the wing view perspective. And whilst you do that, we should give a shout out to our captains and super fans. Okay, shout out to Captain Sky Marshal, Lucas, Dark Serpent Gaming, Grab, Not Cabinet, Jinko, Nick Masterson, Gonzo, Fonzo47, Aviator Griff, Butter Zero. Thanks again, Butter Zero and Gonzo, for the very generous gifted memberships today. Josh K, Golf Hotel, Alpha Zulu Bravo, and of course, Crazy Bee. Ready for it. Wait for the landing.
Line up and wait runway 24.
Line up and wait runway 24. Yankee Sierra
Lovely.
Charlie Alpha November.
What a great way to end this stream. On that note, thank you so much for tuning in to another Infinite Flight stream. It's been a pleasure to entertain you all today. And of course, to those of you who have joined this event, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the event for those of you who might not have even taken off from Barcelona yet. But enjoy it. It's great to have you here. And of course, it was brilliant to fly over you today. With that said, keep your eyes peeled for more of these events, and of course, keep your eyes peeled on our Instagram for lots of socials regarding Flight Sim Expo this weekend. Of course, if you are in Texas and you are planning on coming to Flight Sim Expo, feel free to come say hello. We'd love to see you. And we'd love to hang out and get some photos or whatever. And of course, we do have a community meetup on the 24th, I believe, 8 p.m. Definitely come to that as well. Make sure you RVSP on the official forum thread. You'll be able to navigate to that. It's pinned on the forum currently. Anyway, take care, everyone. Like always, keep the dirty side down. Nice and chill. See you in the next one.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Goodbye.